5 in 10 from Skywatch TV, 5 topics, about 10 minutes for Thursday, August 17th, 2023. I'm Derek Gilbert. We're back on YouTube. At 5 in 10 is the address. Subscribe, share, and then guarantee that we never get canceled again by downloading our free app. I'll tell you how to do that before the end of this program. Topic number 5 today, the first of 3 stories about the economy, the petrodollar. Yes, the petrodollar took a hit this week as India and the United Arab Emirates settled an oil trade for the first time in local currencies using the Indian rupee and the UAE's dirham as the medium of exchange. This is their first since they signed a memorandum of understanding in July. This allows the two countries to engage in bilateral trade without having to send their currency through the U.S. dollar. Now, the U.S. dollar since the end of World War II has essentially been the world's reserve currency, bolstered by OPEC's insistence that all oil trades be settled in U.S. dollars. That is now changing as the UAE, the Saudis, and others in OPEC are willing to trade in local currencies. India has also purchased oil from Russia using local currencies, the ruble as well as the rupee. This is important because India is the third largest oil importer in the world. Now, how does this affect you and me as American citizens? Well, the United States government has for years depended on the demand for dollars, which is, again, essentially the world's reserve currency, to facilitate international trade. Other nations have to hold U.S. dollars. So the U.S. government has been able to just spend whatever it wanted to, print more dollars, knowing that it could finance the debt by getting investors who want U.S. dollars to hold in order to buy things like oil and food. Now, if they start trading in local currencies, suddenly demand for the dollar drops. De-dollarization would be, well, a real disaster for the United States economy. Not because of anything that we, the American consumer, have done, but because our elected officials have been, well, spending in a way that gives drunken sailors a bad name. Makes drunken sailors look good. I mean, equating them to drunken sailors would be besmirching the character of drunken sailors. Anyway, this is a trend that we will see continuing as we're on the verge of the BRICS nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, with additional members like Saudi Arabia wanting to be part of that group, trying to find new ways of trading outside of the U.S. dollar. Weaponizing the dollar is going to lead to some real blowback here for our economy, which leads to topic number 4, a real estate crash. These two not necessarily connected other than there are economic consequences here. We're looking at the potential collapse in the U.S. real estate market, as you can see on the chart behind me, showing sales of existing homes in the U.S., a negative trend since the beginning of 2022. This is the result of pandemic policies and foolish fiscal policy, artificially low interest rates coming back around now in a way that may eclipse 2008, 2009 and the subprime mortgage collapse that we suffered about 15 years ago. During the pandemic, many people were forced to work from home. This led some people to think, well, we can take the high salaries that we're earning for having to work in places like Chicago, Los Angeles, New York, San Francisco, whatever, and move to a cheaper area of the country. Now that is driven up. This was also fueled by artificially low interest rates, 3% mortgages or even lower. Here in the Ozarks, since we moved here in 2015, we've seen our real estate values more than double. It's not like we discovered oil or anything here. It's just a lot of people decided to move here to get away from big cities. Well, these two dynamics skyrocketed home prices on average across the country. They jumped more than 40% in just the last 2 years. However, this was really short-sighted because now that the pandemic is over, many employers are saying, you will return to the office because we're still paying for the office space. So people now are suddenly finding themselves with homes that they bought at the peak of the market at artificially low interest rates and hundreds of miles or even a couple thousand miles away from the place the boss is expecting them to live. This is now finding a lot of people in difficult situations as they are upside down in their mortgages. For example, a $500,000 home at 3% has got about a $2,100 a month payment. At the current rate of 7%, that payment would be about $3,326 a month, which means downward pressure on prices, slower home sales. The unwinding of this market could make 2008 look like a merry-go-round, just a carousel ride, a walk in the park. Be prepared. Things may get rough here, especially for homeowners who need to sell in the next couple of years. Topic number 3, the death of the middle class. This is connected to the previous story. The middle class in the U.S. has been shrinking for decades, but our leaders in recent years have accelerated the process. Over the last 3 years, they flooded the system with new money, and almost all of that money has gone into the pockets of the wealthy. Household income in the U.S. has declined by 9.1% since 2020. According to Moody's chief economist Mark Zandi, on average, Americans are now spending $709 more every month on everyday goods and services than we did just 2 years ago. That is a real bite out of the average household budget. The wealthy doing fine for the moment, but inflation has really caused a lot of pain and heartache for the rest of us. Paying for a place to live has become, well, unaffordable for many. The average rent in Manhattan, now admittedly that is not representative of the entire country, but in Manhattan the average rent is now over $5,500 per month. The cost of housing seen a record increase in homeless people this year. According to the Wall Street Journal, so far in 2023, the number of homeless people in the United States up 11% over last year. More than 60% of us Americans living paycheck to paycheck now, and many are turning to debt to get by month to month. Total credit card debt now exceeds the $1 trillion mark for the first time ever. Needless to say, that is not a good sign. Topic number 2, lasers. As if we didn't have enough to worry about, the Chinese military has announced what could be a major breakthrough in energy weapon tech. If, in fact, this report is true, this is according to the South China Morning Post. Representatives from the country's National University of Defense Technology say they've developed a state-of-the-art cooling system that could allow lasers to be powered up indefinitely without overheating. Laser technology has existed for decades, but high-energy laser beams, those that would be effective as weapons, generate so much excess heat that they often fry the system. Can't run them for very long before they overheat and melt down. The new Chinese cooling system, according to the report, would use gas that blows through the weapon to remove excess heat and allows the weapons to shoot precise laser beams for an indefinite amount of time without losing power or getting distorted. The United States, according to the South China Morning Post, has often dabbled in similar tech but has not conquered the overheating problem, but that just made them ineffective as weapons. If this is, in fact, true, we may be entering a whole new era of human, military technology. And things are ramping up as we move further and further into the end times. Coming up, a new sort of tourist attraction in San Francisco. I'll explain next on 5 and 10.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, with just a few minutes on the clock, we want to make sure that you know how you can get your copies of both of these incredible new works in the Warriors of God special offer. When you order the Warriors of God special offer, you'll receive the Kingdom Warrior Full Spectrum Spiritual Warfare, Biblical Clearing and Maintaining Your Spiritual Perimeter by Dr. Michael Lake. But you'll also receive the brand new book by Corby Shuey, For Valor, Defending the Faith for Those of Worth. Both of these works complement each other fabulously and take you on a journey of next-level comprehension of spiritual warfare. But that's not all. Right now, when you order the Warriors of God special offer, we're also including absolutely free the phenomenal 2-disc collection on DVD, The Final Countdown, featuring Dr. Thomas Horn, Allie Anderson, and Donna Howell on how the secrets hidden within the biblical feasts unveil the final countdown to the return of Jesus Christ and the rapture of the church. But also included in this incredible special offer is Dr. Michael Lake's massive Sheereth Imperative data DVD library that includes 56 different Christian classic books on PDF for use on device of your choosing, Understanding the Kingdom audio series, the eSword biblical software for Windows, and several TV appearances featuring Dr. Michael Lake. All of these items hold a retail value of $95, yours now for your donation of only $35 plus shipping and handling.
Item number 1 today, there was a song back in the 60s, if you're going to San Francisco, wear flowers in your hair. Now it's like carry pepper spray or some other form of personal protection. A local politician who is so far anonymous is offering an entertainment option. I think it's actually to kind of illustrate a point in San Francisco. This is a downtown doom loop walking tour. I am going to quote from the Eventbrite listing. This is a legit listing at Eventbrite, meaning you can buy tickets, except it's already sold out. Just the description here. You've read the headlines, you've seen the tweets, now get close and personal to the doom and squalor of downtown San Francisco. How can a city with a $14.6 billion annual budget be a model of urban decay? How can it spend $776.8 million per year on police and have no rule of law to show for it? How can it spend $690 million on homeless services and receive an official United Nations condemnation for its treatment of the homeless as cruel and inhuman violation of multiple human rights? The tour will start at City Hall and continue through Mid-Market to Tenderloin and Union Square. We will view the open-air drug markets, the abandoned tech offices, the outposts of the non-profit industrial complex, and the deserted department stores. Discover the policy choices that made America's wealthiest city one of the nation's innovative leaders of housing crisis, addiction crisis, mental health crisis, and unrepentant crime crisis. You will find no better expert. Your guide is an urban policy professional, card-carrying city commissioner overseeing a municipal department with an annual budget of over $500 million and co-founder of San Francisco's largest neighborhood association. He spent hundreds of hours on both sides of the government dais shouting into the opposite abyss. Total walking distance 1.5 miles. Sneakers advised. Proceeds will be donated to a nonprofit that does not actively degrade its community. Ouch. And as I said, according to Eventbrite, this tour is already sold out. It may take more things like this to put an end to things like that. Skywatch TV depends on your support to do what we do, and that is support the work at Whispering Ponies Ranch, a ranch where we offer facilities and therapy animals to ministries like Royal Family Kids, who work with children in foster care between the ages of 9 and 11, Teen Reach, and more. You can help support that work by supporting Skywatch TV. And during the month of August, our thank you for your gift of any amount, if you're in the U.S. or Canada, is the book by Jonathan Brentner, The Triumph of the Redeemed. You can find out more at our website, skywatchtv.com. Look for the red donate button or call us during regular business hours at 844-750-4985. And thank you. Spiritual warfare, the topic this week with Dr. Michael Lake, who knows a thing or two about it. He's seen it up close, firsthand. And he's the author of the new book, The Kingdom Warrior. Joins Joe Horn and the Skywatch investigative team on set. You can find the broadcast program over the air on one of our partner networks. Our broadcast schedule is at skywatchtv.com/channels, but you can watch it on demand. We will broadcast on your schedule. If you've got Roku or Apple TV, make sure you've got the Skywatch TV channel on your set-top box. You can watch it there. You can watch it at our website, skywatchtv.com. All of our video content always there. You can also see the Skywatch TV YouTube channel for the main program and also our Rumble channel, which is all of our video content. Or better yet, as I said at the top of the program, download our free app. This gets all of our video content directly into your mobile device, phone or tablet, bypassing the gatekeepers of big tech. You can use Apple's AirPlay or Google's Chromecast to send the video content to your smart TV. It also features, a place to donate if you are so led, a Bible, an audio Bible, no less, and news updates 3 times a week as well. All of that right in the palm of your hand, whether it's iOS, Android, or Amazon Kindle Fire phone or tablet. Again, it is free. You'll find links to the app stores at our website, skywatchtv.com. Thank you for watching as we keep watch. I'm Derek Gilbert, and this is 5 in 10 from Skywatch TV.